Good morning again. We'll call this meeting of the Economic Development Committee to order. Maria, roll call.
Sherry Boye,
Here.
James Ellis,
Present.
Stephen Ehrman,
Present.
Madeline Fleury, present, Justice Martin,
Present.
Archie McKee,
Present.
also present, Maria Bourgeois, Jeremy Evans, Paul Ellis, Trevor Buchanan, and Russ Kenyon.
The first item on our agenda for today's special meeting is resolution number 2022-26, Excelsior Rail Bikes Loan Modification. Just a quick summary, if you wouldn't mind.
Yes, we discussed this resolution at the last meeting, and it's related to, there's a modification requested on the uses of the loan. The amounts and other terms do not change. It's just the approved uses. We discussed this. There was seemed like there was consensus to move forward, but out of a desire to have a good procedure in place, the board tabled it until there was a bigger quorum to vote.
And I'm the reason for the table, and I got to declare right now a possible conflict of interest. I don't think there is, but I still will do so because of the appearance. I'm a member of the Adirondack Railway Preservation Society Board, and this is a loan to that group, who are the parent corporation for Excelsior Rail Bikes. So therefore, could we have a motion, please, to accept 2022-26? Yep. Motion by Steve. Second.
I'll second it.
Second by Justice. Discussion.
Just for the, I think it may be useful just to review for the folks on the call and for Trevor, just what the specifics of the change would be. Just for transparency, what we're talking about.
Okay, Russ, could you provide a quick reminder for everybody?
Yes, we originally had approved $50,000 for the remodeling and development of an office in the depot to facilitate their rail bikes business. But recently a parcel of land came available along an adjacent road that would provide additional parking, which they've needed to solve that issue as well. And they asked if they could use some of the proceeds from the loan to purchase that parcel, and then they would have more time to find funds for the other parts of the remodeling.
They negotiated a price for the parcel yet?
Yes.
They have, I don't know if we could disclose that, but yes, they have. Yep.
And Russ, just a quick question on that. With the loan, with the purposes of the loan being potentially modified, we're still looking at the same improvements being made within the depot or the office still being completed. So we're not saying that's not going to happen because we're going to use the money, or they'll use the money to buy the parcel.
Correct. They feel that they have more time to find the funds for the remodeling, but time is of the essence with this piece of property for their purchase agreement. So they wanted to get this settled first and then work on the remodeling second.
Okay.
Any other questions or any other information that might be required?
If I can make a very quick comment. I'm 100% in support of the change because, you know, when you think about economic opportunities for Tupper Lake, I think the introduction of the rail bikes, as proven in Saranac Lake, when the rail bikes under a different ownership were being run there, is a real economic generator and a tourist attraction. And I met many people in Saranac Lake who came from far away to go to what was a fairly well advertised attraction. And I think this shows some real opportunity for Tupper Lake to both give visibility to the reuse of the railroad for real rail operations, and to attract people to that depot and to this 5 to 7 mile ride, which is exciting. People come to town, they do the ride, they're gonna go to eateries, they're gonna go perhaps to the Wild Center, they're gonna make a full day of it. And I think the more attractions there are in Tupper Lake, the better off we all are in terms of trying to meet our overall goals in our economic development strategy of causing increased vitality downtown, and in this case, to one of the two downtowns at Tupper Lake. So I think this is a really good move, and I'm pleased to see the LDC, making the initial loan in support of it, and at least entertaining the idea of making a modification.
Thank you, Steve. Anyone else? Assuming that there is no further discussion, we'll ask for a roll call vote now on resolution 2022-26 Excelsior Rail Bikes loan modification. Maria?
Sherry Boye,
Yes.
Jim Ellis, you recusing yourself,
Abstain.
correct?
Right.
Okay,
Abstain. Yep.
Stephen Erman,
Yes.
Madeline Fleury. Yes. Justice Martin,
Yes.
Archie McKee. Archie McKee,
Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't hear me? Yes.
thank you. Resolution is adopted.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you, Maria. Next, we go to the discussion of resolution 2022-28 upon motion to authorize the CFO, I believe, as a bank signatory. Motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Madeline,
I'll second it. Justice.
second by Justice. Discussion. Really, it's a housekeeping detail that we need to do to authorize our CFO, as we did in the earlier meeting, as a bank signatory. Any questions? Information? Discussion? Hearing none, the chair will assume that we are ready to vote on resolution 2022-28. Maria, go ahead with the roll call.
Sherry Boye,
Yes.
James Ellis,
Yes.
Stephen Erman,
Yes.
Madeline Fleury. Yes. Justice Martin,
Yes.
Archie McKee.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted.
Thank you. Our next item of business is the consideration of resolution 2022-29 CARES Act awards. Jeremy or Russ, whomever, a quick summary.
So as Russ can fill in some gaps as necessary. As you recall, we are administering a CARES Act grant program on behalf of Franklin County. We've awarded several grants already to Franklin County businesses who have been affected by the pandemic or who have plans to prepare and respond to the next pandemic and grow their business as a result. Been very exciting to see these projects come about. But we had remaining funds that had not yet been awarded. Russ has been working with two of them, and that the information about those businesses and the grants have been shared with the board previously, but we require authorization from the board to enter into agreements with those businesses for the receipt of CARES Act funds. As we've done with the previous projects, there's a grant committee that's reviewed these and made the recommendation to approve. And just another reminder about our normal process with these is because it's always a little bit tricky, we don't want to, we present this without the actual grant information in public until we've had a chance to, one, approve it by the board and for the business to accept the award. And then as soon as that happens, we will release the name and information about it. We don't want to get into a situation where a business is discussed in a public meeting and presented for a vote ahead of time and put the board into a position where you're not approving it. And all this information's been put out in public and would be an embarrassing situation for the board and for the business. So we've got this process where we give you the information, we get your approval to move forward. Once the business accepts, then we'll release we'll do a press release like we did the last time, because it's pretty exciting.
Very good. And thank you, Jeremy, and you and Russ for doing the work you're doing on this particular matter.
I'll just mention, this closes out, this will be the end of the CARES Act. All of the funds will have been awarded pending approval of this resolution. And so the next steps will be closing out the grant and seeking reimbursement.
So what was the total amount of the CARES Act that we've awarded? I don't remember. That's why I'm asking.
We had a total of 500,000 to award.
Okay.
Right, Russ, what's the total amount of award with this resolution?
It's 111,000. We did 389,000 in the first round, and this is 111,000.
I was just going to ask that question because I do remember an earlier CARES Act award, and I couldn't remember if that was exclusive of this or that this was the rest of it.
This is the rest of it.
Okay, this is the rest of that 500,000.
Yeah.
Very good. Any further questions?
Are
Discussion?
there any administrative funds for the EDC in this, or does it all go to the businesses?
Go ahead,
There-
Russ.
Yeah, I mean, we do get some administration and program delivery funds that go with it to cover our time.
Anything further? Good question, Lawrence. Thank you. Anyone else? Hearing no further discussion, the chair will assume that we're ready to vote on resolution 2022-29 CARES Act awards. Maria, go ahead and call the roll.
I don't know that I have a motion yet. Or else I missed writing it
Oh,
down.
yeah.
No, that's my fault. Let me take it up now.
Right.
Resolution 2022-29, motion to accept.
I'll make the motion to accept. Justice.
Motion to accept by Justice. Steve
I'll
will
second
second.
it, Sherry.
Sherry seconds.
Sherry seconds. Because
Okay,
of our
Either way.
because of our earlier discussion, I see no need for further discussion unless somebody has another question. There being none, we can proceed with the roll call. Go ahead, Maria.
Okay, Sherry Boye,
Yes.
James Ellis,
Yes.
Stephen Erman,
Yes.
Madeline Fleury,
Yes.
Justice Martin,
Yes.
Archie McKee.
Yes.
Okay, resolution is adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else to come before this special board concerning anything we've just taken up? There is one note though, and I'm going to ask Maria if this may be out of the chair will exercise its privilege. Maria, I need a copy of all of our committees and who's on them. Because with Nate coming aboard, we got to do some shuffling around with the committees. So if you would.
Okay.
You can do it by email. Anything further to come before the group? If not, we'll announce the date of the next meeting being September 14th, 2022. Motion to adjourn.
I'll make the
I'll
motion
make
to
a motion
adjourn.
to adjourn. I'll second.
Sorry, Jerry.
You're good.
Motion having been made and seconded, all in favor of adjournment, please signify by saying aye.
All right.
Aye.
Opposed?